Well, why do you need 2 sticks? Well, why not use a fork? Well, for one thing, not everybody has a fork. Fork has to be made out of metal or wood. It's harder to carve, believe me, than 2 sticks. 2 sticks are a lot easier to find. But why use 2 sticks at all? Because if your food has enough qi in the Chinese system, that is, if it is warming and hot, then it's too hot to handle. You don't want to burn your fingers. Wooden sticks aren't going to feel pain. Do I have to explain everything? Yes, that's how they became useful and inventive. Because they were better suited to one's immediate needs than an instrument which one had to go out of one's way to invent and create and keep with one, and because food, as much as you'd like to, can always be immediately handled, but requires an interlocutor, a middleman, as it were. In this case, the 2 sticks known as chopsticks.
That was a good answer.
Well, thank you.
Oh. It's clear up. This is a soundtrack to a whole different movie. This movie has a different soundtrack.
Yeah, but you haven't gotten to the exciting part. Yeah. More the thrilling love
I had onions.
Sorry. Okay, well.
Okay, here we go. Whoa! Hey.
I am ready. Ask, and it shall be answered.
I don't want to produce this show to fart jokes.
I am here. Fart jokes, eh?
Well, they're only jokes if someone laughs at them. Otherwise, they're just uncomfortables. Okay. If you use your phone while sitting on the toilet, would that be considered shit talking?
Not if you speak sweetly, but if you allow people to hear the sound effects in the back, you are treating them with contempt. And so then, yes, although it's not your tongue that's doing the talking, you are.
Here's a quick question for you.
Always perform courteously on the telephone and on the commode. Wow, it's like a semi went by or something.
Okay, quick question. What's your default mode?
That would be grief-stricken horror, I think. Oh well, it's a me thing. Now I see only 2 left on your desk, and that must mean that we're very close to.
Take a strange pill.
A strange pill? I don't know if I'll get any work done if I take this unknown pill. You really recommend that I take it?
Sure, yeah. I'll take one too.
Oh.
I'll take a pill.
Well, there you go.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Oh, there's something written on the side of the bottle there.
Don't ever swallow.
In this economy, what questions should we seek to answer for ourselves? I guess that means they don't want to spend $1 at cheapskates. Jesus Christ. Give me a break here.
You know, questions that you want to answer without the intercession of the Ask Dr. Hal show? Why, all questions. Yes, you can save a bundle by not coming to this show. But what you save in plain, ordinary money will not match what you will lose in the invaluable record of experience. Yes, if you come to our show, you will have the memory of such a night as this and many others, because where I'm concerned, personally, they all fuse together. I must be confused. Okay, well, anyway, the questions you should seek to answer are the ones that you don't want to be entertained by the answering thereof, but simply thirst to have that hollow in your stomach, either by answer or by a refreshing shot for Ned Bronca, the miracle liquid.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know, there comes a time in every show to have all the things that a show needs to have. We had the pre-show, we had a little monologue, we talked about cars, we had a 3-hour-long outer space segment with Pete Goldie.
And a giant spider movie.
Then we had our show with questions and answers and shots of Burnett Strange Pills. We gave away some postcards. A guy had his first whippet right here on this stage. And we turned the strobe light on, which was very exciting. Wow, that was cool. Ladies and gentlemen, we said hello to some old friends. Jenny, Service Boy is here. The Smoke Pot guys ate all the munchies. They're still laughing. You know, and K-Rob found another annoying thing to play to bother us. And here we are. We started with the cartoon, played the Looney Tunes, and here at the end of our show, it's Yola Tango, also playing the Looney Tunes. Before we ask this, our last question, I'd like to say some thank yous to Pete Goldie for coming out here and doing our show.
Pete Goldie, ladies and gentlemen, our resident astronomer.
I'd like to thank our sponsor, Burnett Bronca.
Burnett Bronca, the miracle maker.
Don't clap. It's not good. You know, it's good for tabletops, not good for humans. It's a nice punishment, it makes you confused. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, well, here's a nice photograph of me and David on Halloween. I was dressed like an old man. I had my pants chafing my armpits there. You can see that David is huge in Japan. And everywhere else he goes. He's a big guy. Okay, let's thank our doorman, Skippy.
Skippy? I thought it was
Jimmy,
our doorman who goes by the affectionate sobriquet of Skippy.
Yes, of
but
course.
he won't skip you when you come in.
Of course, we have a K-Rob lost in captivity.
I should explain this.
Yes. K-Rob,
I should explain this.
highlight of our show and many others.
K-Rob, I want you to explain it for a moment, if you can.
Well, I was about to give a plug for K-Rob's Film Farm, which is coming up. Yes, K-Rob will take you to a filming adventure on Chicken John's bus. Yes, indeed. That's coming up in January. You don't want to miss that. How can a movie be projected on a bus on 2 separate screens while the bus careens around roads and goes to strange destinations? Countries far and foreign, while K-Rob projects his patented eye noise. All you have to do is line up, sign up, and you can be a member of the crew.
And ladies and gentlemen, it would be unnecessary for us to have the show without Dr. Hal, who's right here to my left. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Hal.
All right, thank you very much. I really would. But even on our own appearance of safety and serenity, which we credit our own place, our own native land, and our own surroundings with, is a complete illusion. There's horrible danger here, right outside our door. You could meet with violent... What's that?
Down boy.
Oh, okay, all right.
That's too much.
I take it all back. I have spoken. So,
Give us the palm thing and turn your little light on.
now, Karen, you gotta keep quiet while I do that. I won't do a long poem because if I did, then that might happen in the middle of it. So I'm gonna have to do a shorter one. And then we will all go our separate ways. And also, don't forget about our Christmas show every year, eh, Chicken? A special Christmas show where the spirit of Christmas inhabits our stage.
I'm so full of the Christmas spirit, I'm about to explode.
Well, you can put that off until now. We're going to talk a little bit about the spirit world. In an old house, there is always listening. And more is heard than is spoken. And what is spoken remains in the room, waiting for the future to hear it. And whatever happened started in the past and presses hard on the future. The agony in the curtained bedroom, whether of birth or of dying, gathers into itself all the voices of the past and projects them into the future. The treble voices on the lawn, the dogs and the old pony, the stumble and the wail of little pain, the chopping of wood in autumn, the singing in the kitchen and the steps at night in the corridor, the moment of sudden loathing and the season of stifled sorrow, the whisper, the transparent deception, the keeping up of appearances, the making the best of a bad job, all twined and tangled together, all are recorded. There is no avoiding these things. And we know nothing of exorcism. And whether on Argos or on Caesar Chavez Street, there are certain inflexible laws, unalterable in the nature of music. There is nothing at all to be done about it. There is nothing to do about anything. And now it is nearly time for the news. We must listen to the weather report and the international catastrophes. See you next week.
See you next week. Thanks for playing.